Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 18th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Hopefully George can straighten this out, man, but Maryland weather is so bipolar. High of 70 today, 82 on Thursday, 84 on Friday, 90 on Saturday, 85 on Sunday, and then topping out at about 65 on Monday. Unbelievable. And yesterday, I mentioned that the Sugar Hill Gang is coming to Ram's Head on stage, and I am inexplicably excited for this show on November 25th. Black Friday. So here is your earworm for the day.
What you gonna do today? 'Cause I'm gonna get a fly girl, gonna get some spank and drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go hotel, motel, holiday inn. See if your girl starts acting up, then you take her friend.
So let's get into today's news, shall we? Brooks DuBose has an alarming article in the Capitol that all Annapolitans need to read. Read it now and get upset now, not later, when all we can do is say, I told you so. The city's Financial Advisory Commission has issued a report that essentially says that they believe the city will be unable to pay their bills in 2 years, and they suggest steps be taken now. Mayor Buckley submitted a $170 million budget, and for reference, the final budget of the Panalydes administration was just under $108 million. Buckley's budget is shored up a lot by the Federal American Rescue Plan Act funds, and the city has $7.6 million of that unspent. Now, Finance Director Jody Dickinson said that the city's finances are in good shape. She disagrees with the commission's report. She says they're better off now than we were 4 years ago. However, she also told the Capitol, quote, "We do have a time frame here where in 2 years we're going to have to consider other revenue sources, and whether that means a tax increase or looking for other sources of revenue, that's what it'll take, and the council will be making that decision." So on one hand, she's saying all's good, and the other, she's saying in 2 years expect a tax increase. So my advice, keep an eye on this issue now. I know it's wonky, I know it's boring, but those are the ones that usually turn around and bite us in the ass in the end. Yesterday, as expected, the mayor and a bunch of politicians showed up at the Eastport Shopping Center to hear all about the new mobility options here in Annapolis. We didn't learn a whole lot new, but we did pick up a few things. But first, to recap, there will be electric scooters and electric bikes. There will be an Uber-type rideshare. There's going to be golf cart circulators, and there will be a larger minibus circulator. That's the purple one, all to help out with the parking crunch because Hillman Garage has been closed. What we learned, there will be 50 scooters and 50 bicycles placed around the city today. Download the Bird app on your phone and create an account, and whenever you find a scooter or a bike, you just scan the thing and charge a credit card, and off you go. They will be geofenced to the city limits, so you cannot take it to Glen Burnie. Don't try it. They will also be speed controlled, so if you are going down West Street to Parole, you can go a lot faster than you can on the sidewalk on Main Street. Bird has hired people that will pick them up at night, charge them, and redistribute them the next day. And I'm not absolutely sure of what the cost is because I did not download that app. They do suggest helmets, and they will send you a free helmet through the app. But let's be real, no one is walking around with a helmet just on the off chance they want to take a scooter or an e-bike someplace. Now, the Annapolis Go Ride Share. It is a $2 per trip and $1 for additional person. It's a very limited service area, and it can stop and pick up other people along the way. I tried the app, and I live in Ward 7, and I am out of the service area. As I look at the map, Wards 3, 4, and 5 are mostly all out of the service areas as well. You can find that app on your app store on your phone. You just want to search for Annapolis Go. The other option is the golf carts. They are open air, 8-seat, and will do 2 continuous loops on side, minor streets, and alleys. You can flag them down anywhere along the route and hop on. It is free, and they will serve Inner West Street, Calvert Street. The garage is back there, the State House, Maryland Avenue, City Dock. And the mayor did say that a second loop may be implemented that would go to Eastport and the shopping center. So there you go. All of that in place beginning today. And if you do use a scooter, please be careful and please be responsible. We mentioned COVID was an issue at some schools. Well, at today's school board meeting, they will be discussing how to handle it moving forward into the final few weeks of the school year. They're proposing a mask requirement for schools once they hit the 5% positivity rate, and that will last for 10 days. They will also give out tests to everyone at the school that is 5% or over. One test will be administered the day after the school hits that 5% mark, and the other 3 days later. Positive tests or any symptoms, regardless of the test, will be required to stay at home. If you do want to testify on this new policy, you need to sign up by 10 a.m. this morning at aacps.org. And you want to be aware that only 10 people are going to be allowed to testify. Sort of an interesting and a feel-good story in one. The Annapolis Rotary did a community project at the Langton Green Community Farm in Millersville. Since it was a community farm and a community project, they invited all current office holders and all candidates running for office to throw aside partisanship for a day and come together for the community. Fabulous idea. 30 Rotarians, along with their families and friends, showed up to build an outdoor stage. And of all the politicians in the state, county, and city level, 6 showed up. Delegate Mark Chang, County Council candidate Pete Smith, County Executive candidate Chris John, County Council candidate Noel Smith, and District 6 County Councilwoman Lisa Rodbian and her Republican challenger and former Annapolis Mayor Mike Panelides. So my suggestion when you head to the ballot box, remember who is working for the community and ask why the others couldn't find a way to spend a few hours on this project. And today it is the final day to grab a ticket to Feeding Hope. This is a fun fundraiser at Homestead Gardens to raise money for the Arundel County Food Bank, which has a great need. Music, food, drink, all in a great atmosphere for a great cause. Tickets are only $50 and you can get them at aafoodbank.org. Okay, and that is a wrap on the news. If you didn't catch it yesterday at noon, be sure to check out the bonus pod we did with Jeremy Browning as we chatted about Annapolis Pride and the fantastic parade and festival coming up on June 4th. Spoiler, Clerk of the Court Scott Poyer will be marrying people at the fest. How cool is that? And for our local business spotlights on Saturday, Sailor Dog and Pet Care, and up next weekend, Royal Jewelers. Okay, that is it for the news, but first a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster Company, and Alpha Engineering. All right, so now hang tight. George from DCMDV Weather is standing by with your locally forecast weather report, and of course, Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, is here with all of your music news in Annapolis After Dark. All of that coming up in just a bit.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDV Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDV Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Okay, the technology gods are forsaking me this morning, and Dropbox is not working no matter what I do. I just can't seem to get Georgia's forecast to load, so you are stuck with me once again hacking away at the weather. And I'm kind of bummed because we can't get any kind of an explanation about this crazy bipolar weather. Anyhow, today it is going to start to feel a little bit more like spring after the summer-like weather we had yesterday. Today's high will be just over 70 degrees, so it's going to be a perfect day with lots of sunshine. Tomorrow and through the weekend, summer moves right back in with temperature highs increasing each day, with the highs topping out near 90 over the weekend. And because it is the Chesapeake Bay Blues Festival this weekend, that means it must rain. That is the law, in case you didn't know. And Sunday, right now, we're looking at about an 80% chance of afternoon showers. Looking way ahead into next week, much more mild temps, likely not even getting out of the 60s. Of course, all that is only as accurate as I am in interpreting George's site and charts on his website. By the way, that is DCMDVAweather.info, and you definitely want to go there, check it out, and download his app or go to the App Store and get it there. Look for DCMDVA Weather. So there you go, my hack at the weather. Tune in tomorrow for the real deal, and as soon as I upload this, I am going to dig a bit deeper into my tech woes with Dropbox.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless, because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Let's make 2022 the year that you freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, May 18th through Sunday, May 22nd. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule, AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for Wednesday tonight. Dave Chappelle and Friends will be at 49 West, known as the Hippie Happy Hour. Steve and Kim acoustic duo will be at Mothers in Arnold. Natalie Zerga will be at Senior Chili's in Arnold. Larry Lay will be at Brian Baru, and Loose Change will be at Pirates Cove. Thursday, Get to the Point for Brian Ewald. Michael K. of Pretty Big Deal will be up at Gary's Grill in Severna Park. Dana B. will be at O'Lawlins in Arnold. Sean Sattel will be at Brian Baru. And one of my favorite nights on Maryland Avenue, Irish Traditional Sessions at Galway Bay with Peter Bryce. Troll Tribe Duo will be at Metropolitan. Moose Jaw Bluegrass will be at Julep. And Timmy Metz will be at Dark Horse. This one I'm excited about. Pete Whitaker will be at Reynolds Tavern on Thursday night. We don't get to see him very often, so this is going to be one to check out. Weekend music, Friday night. Kickback Classic will be at Ramillo's. Dave Teff will be at Sullivan's Cove. Steve Boucher will be at Gary's Grill. All of those are in Severna Park. Music Room will be in Rams Head Roadhouse. Diving Horses will be at 49 West in Annapolis. Nate is leaving Jack on Friday night, so Jack Schenk will be solo at Market House, and Nate Finn will be at Santa Joe's Riverside. Club 164, which is the dry club over by the mall, will have live music with Dave Baldwin and the Bluesmen. Starbilly will be at Annapolis Smokehouse, and end the night with DJ Veritas at O'Brien's. Saturday, there is another parking lot party up at Whitey's Liquors in Lithicum Heights. The Smash Tradition Festival with Devil's Backbone, music by Moonstone. Also on Saturday afternoon, Alexander Peters will be at Great Frogs Winery. This month, music started at Old Stein Inn on Saturday afternoons, and this week you can catch Sylvia strolling on the accordion. Scott Voorhees will be at Sullivan's Cove in Severna Park. Guava Jelly will be at Mother's in Arnold. Acoustic Cafe will be at Brian Baru. Left of the Dial will be at Rams Head Roadhouse. Stone Jones Band will be back at the Knights of Pythias in Edgewater. Honestly Soul will be at Rams Head on stage, and outside in the tavern you'll find Daphne Ekman. Andrew Bell of Brave Noise will be at Blackwall Hitch in Annapolis. Cavusi and the Typos will be at the Hideaway, which is somewhere in Odenton. Tim Atkinson will be at River Bay Roadhouse. Nate and Jim will be at Rams Head Roadhouse. And Oh No, One Night Only will be back at Dark Horse. New to the scene, Leela Dawson is back at Reynolds Tavern. And if you missed him on Thursday, Moose Jaw Bluegrass will be at Dark Horse. Sunday Fun Day. Start with brunch and music. Jazz Brunch with Tom Lagana will be at Rams Head Tavern. Higher Hands will be playing brunch at Soul on the Forest Drive corridor. Aaron of Loose Ties will be at Senior Chili's in Arnold. Wildflowers will be at Mother's in Arnold. At Stan & Joe's on West Street, All You Need, also known as the Nate Finn Trio, will be playing. Carly White will be at Annapolis Market House. And if you missed Jason and Matt from Troll Tribe on Thursday, catch them again in Market Space on Sunday in front of Federal House. And if you like to enjoy summer Sundays on the shore, Libby's has live music with the Bird Daddies on Sunday. This used to be Hemingway's. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites annapolisstreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Spelled BeeprBuzz. I'll see you out there.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.